dog has settled in. Open the gates and crush them with inevitability. Welcome back to the kitchen table. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Pauper action. Today we're going to take a look at green-white gates with a red splash. You could call this Naya Gates, but it doesn't run the sneaky snacker package that most Naya Gate builds do. Instead, we are hyper-focused on guarding the guild pack and Writhing Chrysalis to just close out the game. Let's take a look at the deck. This deck tech, we're going to start with the lands. Basilisk Gate is your MVP. It's what the deck is built around. Makes any creature a huge threat over time. Really difficult to deal with. Really gives the deck inevitability. Since we're playing Basilisk Gate, we have our 4 set of Green Gate, White Gate, and because we have the red splash, Red Gate. It's Manor Gate, Citadel Gate, and Cliff Gate if you're keeping track. We have 1 Heap Gate for some long game treasure action, a little bit of mana fixing, and then 4 basic land, 2 forests, and 2 plains to round out the deck. That's 21 mana sources. Now the key to the deck is guarding the guild pack. This guy hits like a truck, super huge. You gate him up, he kills in a couple hits. Really hard for most builds to deal with, although lately there have been a couple new printings that make this card a little worse, namely Barrels of Blast and Jelly does a good job of keeping this in check, and the newly printed, soon to be released card from The Hobbit, Giant Spoiler, in Tron, does a good job at keeping guarding the guild pack at bay. Our other big threat is, of course, Writhing Chrysalis. This is why we play the red splash. Not much to say about Chrysalis. This card's a house. The tokens you get from it can activate the gate as well for the extra mana, so that's a pretty nice interaction. And it's just, can't play Pauper without thinking about Chrysalis. We have some early action cards with Shattered Acolyte. Playing this instead of the Outlaw Medic. Outlaw Medic dies, you draw a card. This is a living disenchant. I would rather have the disenchant in a format where Affinity is a popular deck, but either works. The important thing is the lifelink can get out of hand with your gate package as well. You also run 4 Sacred Cats. Lost the 4th one, hold on. There it is. This is a great value card. It chumps early. It's got the lifelink to get big with your gates, and it can embalm, which is basically flashback for creatures. Just a really solid white creature. Since we're playing gates, we get to play Gatekeeper Vine. This card really shines here. I don't like Gatekeeper Vine in Spy combo that much. I don't think it has a really good place there. But to tutor up your best card and your win condition for 2 mana, and grab a Basilisk Gate, that is huge in this deck. Gatekeeper Vine is a really good staple, and it's a quick blocker when you need it. Now, to go with all those lifelink cards, we're running 4 Armadillo Cloaks. Any creature in this deck would love to wear the cloak. If you put it on the Guardian of the Guild pack, because it's multicolored, you can. It ends the game even quicker. It makes Chrysalis gigantic. But if you put it on a lifelinker, it's important to note that while Cloak may seem like it gives lifelink, lifelink is a templated keyword. Cloak does not have the lifelink keyword. So multiple instances of lifelink do not stack. You would only gain life 1 time. However, since Cloak does not have lifelink and just kind of does the same thing, the lifelink will trigger from your creature, and the life gain will trigger from Cloak. So you're gaining double life for each lifelink creature you have. That is really huge against the red decks. Closes out the game very quickly. Since we're playing white, we get to play Thraben Charm. Really versatile, really powerful. Probably the best modal card in the format right now. Its main deck, Graveyard Hate against Spy combo and Terror decks. It snipes an enchantment when you need to, and because we're playing enough creatures, the creature damage mode is relevant as well. Just a really powerful card in this deck. We also get to play the absolute house that is Prismatic Strands. What a freaking card this is. This gives you so much time to set up the early game. You survive the early aggro decks, and then you just turn on your Gates engine and go. Huge in this deck. And we round out our removal and protection suite with 4 Journey to Nowheres. I really like Journey. I think it's really good right now, especially that Sneaky Snacker dodge the Banhammer. Journey is really good against Snacker, obviously, because it removes it permanently, more or less. But this card just deals with any problem creature you have. Opposing Chrysalises, a big fatty from the Tron decks. Really just powerful removal. And to round out the value engine, we have Malevolent Rumble. This digs for everything you need. It can dump a Sacred Cat or Strands into the graveyard for extra value. It gives you the mana ramp with the colorless Eldrazi Spawn token, and it enables a turn 3 Guardian of the Guild pack or turn 3 Writhing Chrysalis pretty easily, if your mana works out. It also helps you smooth mana by, flipping over some gates, pick the one you need. Just does a lot of work in this deck. This is one of my favorite decks in Pauper right now, and if you want to see it in action, I do have a gameplay video versus Affinity on the channel. I'll link that at the end of this video. You can go check that out. But let's take a look at our sideboard. This is where the red splash really kind of shines. Sure, we get to play Chrysalis in the main deck, but we get a lot of options in the sideboard. Mainly Breath Weapon against Elves and other aggro decks like White Weenie. We get to play 1 Flaring Pain against opposing Prismatic Strand strategies. Just kind of shut that down and crash through for the win. Against Burn and other red decks, we get Surly Gatekeepers, which is a pretty solid 2/4 blocker that gives you 7 life when it enters. Really can give you enough time to get online with your gate package. But the cards I'm really interested to try out with the red splash are Shenanigans. You could easily play Dust to Dust here. You are white based after all. But I am curious to see how Shenanigans interacts in the long game against a deck like Affinity. Always having an artifact removal spell whenever you need it is powerful. There's some extra value if you flip it with Malevolent Rumble. Just seems really good. I'm excited to try it out. I did sideboard this in during the game against Affinity, but I never drew it, so the jury is still out. It seems powerful in theory, though. I'm eager to try it more. And finally, this used to be Pulse of Marassa in this spot. You could also play Tameo Safekeeping, but it's kind of a hedge against Jund Wildfire and other strategies like that. It's called Damage Control. You get to return an artifact card, a creature card, an enchantment card, and or a land card. 2 of those options, not all 4, obviously. This is a new card from Marvel Superheroes, and it's pretty good. It can be backbreaking against Tron if you bring back your Guardian of the Guild pack that they killed with Barrels of Blasting Jelly or something like that. And it also gets back your Armadillo Cloak if you milled that over with Malevolent Rumble. Just a lot of good synergies with this card. This seems main deck playable to me. I just don't know what to take out of it. I think there is a world where this deck is straight green-white without the red splash. The 4 Chrysalis in the main deck could become 4 damage control. And you just kind of play a more grindier game. You can get back your Shattered Acolytes against, artifact decks. You can get back your Cloaks, your Guardians, your gates if you mill over some gates you need during a Malevolent Rumble. Seems really good in this deck. It's in the board for now, but I could definitely see it being powerful enough for the main deck. So that is Naya Gates with the red splash. Let me know what y'all think about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the table.